Hey there, I'm Heaven and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, over on this channel, I share about my experience as a full-time working mom and an MBA student enrolled in the University of Florida's online 2-year MBA program. In this video, I'm taking you with me to Orlando for the Insight Series Empower Conference hosted by Warrington College of Business. I spent the last couple days in Orlando with several current MBA students like myself and alumni who were interested in advancing our leadership and feeling empowered through a number of sessions and facilitated networking opportunities. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek into some of those sessions as well as introduce you to a recent alumni. So if that sounds interesting to you, then keep on watching.
Good morning, y'all. I just woke up and took down my braid out. It is so cute. I got this hairstyle done like 2 weeks ago at this point because I was originally gonna take graduation photos like the Sunday after Valentine's Day. Fast forward, that didn't happen, but I was like, oh, I should braid out the back or curl it and it'll be cute. And you can see it's a little overgrown, not as fresh, but it's still cute. So I'm excited. Later today, I'll be leaving for Orlando for the Empower Conference with UF's MBA program. And so I took today and tomorrow off. I check into the hotel tonight. That's a whole nother story, the hotel. I'll get into that later. It's like 8 something. I have a meeting at 9. I also signed up for a solid core class today. I have not packed a lick and I still gotta get my daughter up, get her dressed, feed her, take her to school. So this is about to be an interesting day. Come along with me.
Whether it's a newsroom or a business I've worked with, I don't think I have worked with two people who are, they are incredibly creative, humble. She brings just such depth and talent and skill and expertise to what we're doing. And we feel so fortunate.
Wonderful to meet you. I'm Heaven. I'm based in St. Petersburg, Florida. And fast forward a couple years, here we are. I have a background in broadcast, journalism, but more so, that's what I went to school for. But I've been doing social and digital comms for the last, 6, 7-ish years. So I've kind of grown up on the internet, so it just comes a little natural to me. Glad that I can be helpful and all of my chronic online brain rot can go towards a better purpose here.
I just got off my call. We talked about some of their upcoming projects and how we're looking to pivot and their fundraising and how my work might change and all that good stuff and what have you. It's really exciting. I really enjoy working with them. They genuinely respect and appreciate what I do. I don't feel undermined, whatever. The irony of that is I always feel like I'm not doing a good job. So it was just really nice. And we also added a new member to the team, or they hired an operations person. So we got to meet her. And this is the first time we checked in a couple months, so we kind of just set the course for our content for the next couple of months. I put some dishes in the dishwasher. I gotta put my clean dishes away because I'm about to leave today and I just cannot leave. I really like to not leave with a dirty house, but I really just don't like to leave with trash and dishes. My bed is made, the living room is gonna be junky, Kobe's room is gonna be junky, but I do try to, leave with the house kind of sort of in a good place. It's not quite 11 yet, so I'm gonna do these dishes, make my coffee, scramble an egg, and then I'm thawing out this turkey sausage. So I'm gonna make me a little breakfast, pull together her clothes, start pulling together my clothes, and then I got solid core at 1. I am hopeful that I'll be able to get most of the packing done, but if not, it's okay. I'm not really in a rush. I don't have to be to Orlando. The thing starts tomorrow. I'll check in with y'all a little bit later. Did I just do my first solid core class? Or did the solid core class do me? I can't be held accountable to go to the gym on my own, despite me having a gym at my apartment and just timing with the kid and work and all this. I just haven't figured it out. So I have adjusted my goals to just get 10,000 steps every day and then try to go to a couple Pilates, yoga, some type of fitness class. So I've been trying out different places because I have ClassPass. And if you want to join ClassPass, I'm gonna put my link in the description. I don't know if we get something free or if we both get something, but I'm gonna just drop it in there because I've had the opportunity to try out classes at different studios and fitness places in St. Pete, which has been really cool. Just came out of that class and it's just too much going on. She's explaining what to do, the number of springs, and like the next activity. Mind you, I'm just trying to figure out what the current activity is. And then the whole thing about the reformer, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster ride and I'm like, okay, I just do not want to fall in the middle of this thing and bust up my whole entire face or just my body. And it just felt too complicated. The music was just so loud. They turned the lights down, which I did a cycling class a year or so ago, and they turned the lights down and had the music. Like, that was cool. Like, that was cycling. That makes sense. But she was talking about just getting certain parts of your body warmed up. I'm like, hey, it's warm, okay? We warmed up. The hamstrings is warm. The core is not solid. When I took the Pilates class last week, I felt like it was at a different place called Carve in St. Pete. And I felt like, okay, I want to come back here because I could see myself improving with this. Whereas with this solid core, it just felt too complicated, too mumbo jumbo. But then again, maybe it's just because it's new to me. I will give it another try, but again, because the credits are so expensive and because I'm on the class pass trial, and I do anticipate I'm going to do like the month to month, I think 33 credits, I will probably do like one solid core a month and like other things. Leaving out of here, I was like, ooh, I want something like cold and sweet and refreshing. I should go buy a smoothie. But I've been on YNAB recently and I'm balancing out my budget. I have overspent all my budget categories and I got food at home and I literally have the materials to make a smoothie at home. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go home, shower, make a smoothie, and then we're gonna get on the road for Orlando.
I got to the hotel not too long ago. I'm staying at the Sky Suites Orlando I Drive. The hotel that the programming is taking place at is called Hotel Landy. The whole thing with the hotel is this. They had a group rate for $179 a night. Being that I'd be here for 2 nights, with all the fees and everything, it shook out to about $400. It was just something in my spirit that just felt like that was just so exorbitant. So I went all around the world trying to find different ways that I could like figure out my accommodations. I had reached out to several other like cohort members and like people I met through other things who I knew would be attending this. And I fully never intended to buy a block. I was like, surely somebody's gonna want a roommate. I put it in like our group me, nobody responded. And then I was like, I don't want to be in people's texts like sounding like a brokey, like I don't want to pay, but it's the truth. Like, it just felt exorbitant. Like, why would I pay $400 when I could split it with somebody? We're going to be here for not even 72 hours. We're really just going to come in here to sleep. And I've done it before in Chile. So it made sense to me. People got back to me. Like, one person got back like this week and basically said like everybody's all set with their stuff. And to that point, I was like, okay, fine. But this hotel, I think it's only coming out to be like 230 something in total. So like that felt more reasonable to me. On top of, I'm also going to Dallas next month for a school thing. And I booked that hotel proper because like, I don't know anything about Dallas. I don't have a car. Like I'm just booked the hotel. This in particular, I just felt like there is no reason for me to pay this much money if I don't have to. And so I will just get up in the morning like everyone else, get dressed, beautify, and walk on over to the program. I think that'll be just fine. I am pretty tired, so I probably am going to DoorDash something. This is it for today. So I will see you all in the morning.
Good morning. So I'm a little behind the schedule that I had set for myself. It's 8:34. Breakfast started at 8 in registration, and then the programming starts at 9. While the hotels are adjacent to one another, there's a wall back there, and I was fully looking forward to walking and getting my steps in, to be clear. But I have to drive around, which is actually kind of insane. Oh wow, I have to go up here and make a Yui. It's a very foggy morning here, but I got some great rest. I also nearly finished editing my video, and then something just came over me that I was tired. And then for some reason, I just woke up this morning at like 3:34. I remember I looked at my phone, that's the time that it said. And I was up for a few hours. I was like, okay, I'll stay up for a little bit, then I go back to sleep. I was up. I did go back to sleep, which is also why I am a little bit late now, or later than I intended. How's my makeup look? I used some of my new products. I used the NARS foundation, a NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and then I also got the NYX Buttermilk bronzer. Buttermelt bronzer. And I didn't really understand bronzer before, but like it does give me more color back. It's not quite like contour. I did do a little bit of that as well, but I feel like I look cute. I'm like, okay, not me getting into the makeup bag. I'm looking forward to a good day. I don't don't know why, like I just feel a little bit off right now. I can't say like what it is or why. I'm not sad. I just kind of feel like I want to get the day going. Like I want to like, okay, let's go. Usually I'll be a little more enthusiastic. Maybe I will be when I see familiar faces. Okay, this is getting on my nerves. But you know, it is what it is.
Can I go to the Croatia trip? They're like, no, you're going to graduate. I was like, how about the Boston trip? They're like, no, we can't do it. It's like,
What do you think you hear?
okay. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do Dallas.
I'm doing Dallas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Has designed and facilitated high-impact programs, helping organizations strengthen leadership capability, build alignment, and accelerate performance. Grounded in her experience as an 18-year Disney cast member, she blends operational excellence with creativity, intentionality, and collaboration. Speaker, Becky Drum.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today and be able to be a part of this incredible conference. I had a great time meeting a lot of you this morning, and I hope that I continue to get to meet you throughout our day today. Now, you see a word up here. What word stands out?
Overmanaged.
Overmanaged, thank you. I put it in all capital letters to make that an easy question. Overmanaged does not mean micromanage. I want to be very clear about that. Because micromanage has a pretty negative connotation, right? In fact, does anybody in here like to be micromanaged? Just that, okay, good. We're all on the same page here. Overmanage means thinking intentionally, thinking to a greater degree, to like the nth degree about, not leaving things up to chance, okay? So it's paying attention to what is going to impact that customer experience. All right, once you have those words written down, then you're gonna flip to the next page. So sometimes when I work with organizations, I actually help them create their purpose statement and their service standards. A lot of times those standards you create align to one of these 6 categories. Use of time, elimination of risk or worry, that peace of mind we talked about, personal connection, flow of experience, sensory environment, or communication information. So take those words and things you wrote, look through here, kind of check off any of these words that you see that align with those. Kind of helps you maybe to put a word to it you hadn't thought of. And then when you get through that, at the bottom, just choose 3 to 5 of those standards that you think would apply to your entire organization.
Leaders like all of you could use to really implement in their workforce to address those high levels of stress at work. So quick show of hands, how many people have experienced stress, either in their life or at work? Okay, if you're not raising your hand, we need to talk after, because I need to know your secret. Now, how many of you think that stress is bad for you? Yeah. Well, I am here to tell you, you are not alone. All right, so we're going to get into the empowered mindset, how rethinking stress can unlock potential.
Hopefully the music playing above me isn't too loud. I'm gonna do my best to mitigate that in editing. We just broke for lunch. First half of the day is done. So the first presentation was by a woman named Becky Drum. She has a consulting firm. Her presentation was about providing excellent customer experiences, but essentially how that starts from within the organization and creating excellent employee experiences, which I thought was very interesting. Although I don't work for a traditional company, there were certainly some key takeaways and things that I want to talk to my colleagues about and think about in terms of what is our mission, what is our values, what is our purpose, and how are we living and demonstrating those values and actually working up to our purpose. The next presentation was about stress and how to reframe our mindset around stress. I'm going to be honest, at the outset when she said the word mindset, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like a hustle, growy mindset type of vibe, but it wasn't that at all. It was essentially just more around making your stress work for you, or how to change or shift your mindset to make stress work more in your favor. In between the two sessions, we had a brief little networking session. There are a lot of familiar faces here from my Chile experience, and if you haven't seen any of my videos about that, I'm gonna pop them up on the screen. I did go to Chile last October for a week for my global immersion experience. There are also some familiar names and faces that I recognize from LinkedIn and just the different MBA communication channels that we have for the program. So I will say I am feeling a little bit more energized than I was in the car coming here this morning. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm gonna go back into lunch, and then we're gonna do the second half of the day. I will probably try to go get dinner with some folks or drinks or something like that. I'll see you guys later.
I'm super excited to be on stage this year and giving you a glimpse into your possible future as maybe an entrepreneur or as an executive. As I've heard a lot of you say, you are looking for more leadership skills, how to be a better leader. And you're probably asking yourself, well, what in the world does that have to do with entrepreneurship? And so I'm going to tell you in just a minute. And I love LinkedIn, and it makes me look really great. And so what society tells us as what a successful startup looks like is that you have more freedom, way more flexibility. You can pursue your passion. You have ideas galore. It all looks great. You get emails like, were you able to get that draft done today? You have tasks that you have to monitor. Florida DBPR that you have to register with. The moment you start asking yourself, how does this impact the business? That's when you start thinking like an entrepreneur and an executive at the same time.
What the objectives of this session is to really talk about how to successfully navigate continuous change and uncertainty, and that's just here to stay. There's nothing that's certain. We don't even know a lot, what's going to happen probably in the next few months, let alone years out and so forth. But the idea is that you can be resilient leaders, and there are things that you can do continuously that will help you navigate to your success. And that's a very deeply personal definition. It's your personal success, and you've got to figure out what that is. But hopefully we'll talk about some things to think about to help you. A really neat time. And I remember one of the guys saying, I just watched a movie and it kind of really portrays how risk can change over time. And it was one of those, the bad guys are chasing and there was the beginning of the movie, there's a family, two small kids, and they're like, hey kids, hold our hands very tightly as we walk over the street because we don't want to get hit by a car. And later in the movie, when the bad guys are chasing the family, the parents are actually hurling the kids from one roof to a building across, another roof because, they're trying to avoid. And so that's my point about thinking about how risk changes and using that. But back to the appropriate risk, context is critical.
I would love one.
You can
Dip it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's good. We have just officially concluded the programming piece of day one. We are now in another ballroom in the hotel for the reception. I've got a cool little wristband, and we've got drink tickets. There's a bar over there, there's food, and then there's people walking around with little hors d'oeuvres. I just had like something beefy with some teriyaki dip. It was very good. We're gonna network a little bit, and then a few of us are gonna go to dinner after, some of us who went to Chile. So all in all, this has been a really, really positive first day. We heard 4 presentations. I'm not gonna lie to you, the last one I was fading. The presenter was very obviously brilliant. Her presentation style, I found it challenging to follow, but good information overall. I also love that the Empower conference, which is what this is, there have been all women speakers. I don't know if that was intentional, because once they released the speaker list and I saw that was all women, I was like, okay, is this like a women's focused conference? But I don't think that's the case. I think that just might be happenstance. But all of that is to say, day one has been going great. About to network a little bit.
Yeah, my name is Adriana. I graduated from UF from the MBA program 3 months ago in December. I was a part of the weekend MBA program in Gainesville. So I used to drive every 3 weeks to Gainesville, have school all this Saturday, all this Sunday.
Funny story, I actually messaged Adriana on LinkedIn because I saw somebody shared your graduation photos, and I've been trying to figure out like what is my plan for graduation photos, and yours were so beautiful. And so it's just so great to meet her in person. So I thought I'd feature her in this video while I'm capturing this Empower Insights conference weekend. First, what's been your favorite part so far? Today's only day one, but what have you enjoyed the most so far?
I guess, to be honest, reconnecting with our classmates because we all drove to eat. You gain these friendships.
Now that you've been out of the program for about 3 months, what did you take away over the course of the time that you were in it?
I think to learn about time management, and then also like maybe to be honest on my job, like delegating. And then I think probably the important thing is what I also did with youth MBA, and then I would highly recommend it to you as well, is the business career center. So I was able to schedule appointments with them, and then I was able to like mock interview. I owned a business before starting my MBA, so I would always interview people, but it was the other way around.
People really aren't like taking advantage of all the resources that are available, which I find really ironic because it's free. Okay, one last thing I want to ask you. If there's somebody watching this video who is considering doing an MBA program or either of the UF programs, whether it's the weekend one that you're doing or the 2-year online one that I'm doing, what would you say to encourage them to really give it a go?
I would say when it comes to like UF, like one like UF, we're not competing, we share.
Yeah.
Helping each other out instead of competing. And then we reached out like cohort member, like classmate to help us something. And then we knew what we were like each like better at, to be honest. We can like do like presentations, like group studies, case studies, and that's what we did for like the best program.
Good morning. It is officially day 2 of MBA Insight Series Empower. I feel like I did my makeup much better today, and we took headshots yesterday, and I'm low-key like, can I get a retake? The first one looked okay though. I've got some great notes from yesterday. I actually didn't end up sitting down last night and chatting about what happened yesterday because I was tired. I did not get up and go for my walk or to the gym this morning, so I'm very much slacking. But when I get home today, I think I'm gonna go do something to move my body. But I'm excited for day 2. It's like bittersweet. It's almost over, but it's been a really, really good experience.
Area friends. Okay, so you few ladies, why don't we have you meet in that kind of back corner? Okay. You guys are gonna do jumping jacks. Today not.
No, so this really is, right, we just wanted to facilitate and provide a commonality, right, to start conversations.
Great. All right, einstein plate. 1, 2, 5. We gotta cut everything.
Starting off our morning with a focus on our personal and team psychological safety, welcome my good friend, fellow ACR, and Lady Kane. We went to the same high school, Taylor Williams.
I think Naz didn't want to say moons ago because as she shared, if we went to high school together, then like it was also moons ago for Naz. And now I realize why she didn't want to say moons ago. But I did trust is more external. And this is the differentiator that's kind of important to understand to really see the difference is trust is like, I am choosing whether or not to trust this person, and they are choosing whether or not to trust me based off of our experiences. Can I trust them to do or think or say or whatever, even when I'm not around? That's very external, and it's a choice that way. Psychological safety is more of an internal feeling. It's still a choice, but it's like a feeling around, can I share? Can I be myself? Can I choose authenticity? Can I use my voice? That is an internal feeling. But think about your own work, and on all 3 different sticky notes, so 3 different ideas. People hesitate to speak up about blank because they fear blank. Okay, so what are you afraid of? On 3 different sticky notes, what holds you back from speaking up? So for example, you could say people hesitate, or I hesitate to speak up about my ideas because I fear that people will think I'm stupid. kind of gather all of them in the center and then start putting them in themes.
Never mind.
It's like therapy.
No, literally.
Is it poor judgment? As long as they don't charge me
Told
for
that won't work. This is similar. That won't work in new ideas.
What about maybe something like that? Like, so they're very clearly differentiated.
Okay, this is like sad, like you said, but I love this activity though.
Everyone's going through the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want the managers to be here. What would they say?
Managers.
You're a manager too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a manager, but like I don't.
Maybe you're the problem.
I don't treat my team like this, though.
I don't.
Mine is upper management.
I don't think you do.
Mine's upper management too. So like
upper management really
retaliation and like toxic work environment.
The fear is conflict, and we commit to open dialogue.
Great. That's the biggest thing you can do. It sounds simple, but I mean, how many people hesitate to speak up in a meeting where you even know the people and stuff? It's like, it's very intimidating to just put your thoughts out there or introduce yourself to someone new or something. Those kind of small moments that feel small are really can be very significant.
Well, guys, the Insights series Empower has officially concluded. The final speaker was unable to make it due to unforeseen circumstances, so we did dismiss the program a little bit earlier, but we did enjoy lunch and many of us did just stick around for a little while, just chatting and networking and connecting. And I must say, between when I first was getting here and like feeling a little like, I don't know, just weird about the conference, I'm so glad I stuck it out. Obviously I wasn't gonna leave, but it was just really wonderful to see familiar faces, people I know from Chile and people I knew from Charlotte and also my cohort, but also meeting new people. And I also really love the size of the group. So it felt a lot easier to meet and network and approach folks and have conversations rather than if it were like, let's say 150, 200 people. I really feel like I made genuine connections. There are several people who I genuinely do intend to reach out to and spend time with or have additional conversations with after this. I literally just stumbled back into my apartment after driving back home from Orlando. It took a little longer than it ordinarily would, but it's Saturday afternoon traffic. What do you expect? If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. If you made it until this part of the video, let me know what your favorite part of this experience was. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop those below as well. I will be traveling to Dallas in just 2 weeks for another MBA experience. This is going to be a summit all about brand equity, and we will be visiting Frito-Lay in Plano, Texas. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.